Well, Friday morning, and I thought I'd better get going. So what I've got today is I've been to Screwfix this morning and I've bought a couple of different sized adaptable boxes. This is not my preferred method, but I think based on where we're at, it's going to be the safest option and the cleanest option to just have these cables nicely terminated in a box that's waterproof. So here we are, what I've got. I've decided I'm going to go with this bigger box, which basically, unfortunately, is going to sit like that under this wheel arch. So I don't like it. I'm going to put it somewhere there, and what I'm going to do is put like a bit of an inner wheel arch in, just to keep it hidden away, like a mud shield over it. So I'll hide it away, and it's a bit non-standard, but putting all the wires back into the chassis in here and getting them up there is doable, but I'll have to change the length of the cables and stretch them about a bit, whereas if I put them in here, it's going to look after them all nicely. So I've gone through all these adaptable boxes, and yeah, the smaller one is a bit nicer, but these adaptable boxes soon become full. I've used quite a few in the past on jobs in the garden, lights, and you think you've got stacks of room, but you know what, you haven't. I've also got this grey one, which is a bit of a nicer colour. The problem is with this one, it's not as waterproof as the others. It's got a higher IP rating. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to stick this to here, so I'm not drilling, I'm sticking it, so if I need to and I don't like it, you know, I can just pull it off and go to plan B. But I'm going to stick it with this Soudal Fix-All high-tack super strong glue. This will enable me to stick it on and hopefully finish the job off tonight. So yeah, there we go. I'm going to drill the holes in this for the waterproof glands, which I've ordered off Amazon and are coming today. Somewhere I've got a gland down here. There we go, one of these things. So these will go into the box, hopefully to keep things tidy. Let's see how it works out. It's non-standard Adams, but yeah, here we are. Goodbye. And there we have it. Some splodges of this glue on here. A little hole in the bottom as well there is a drain hole for water. Just in case for some reason it should decide to fill up and the water can drain out. So I'm now going to put this up there. So I've pressed it on, and because it's high-tack glue, it's stuck there by itself. But what I'm going to do is still just wedge it with a bit of wood and then leave it till later on. Not sure on the instructions how long it says it takes to dry, but I imagine it's probably not very long. I'll take a look. Well, 24 hours later, I was going to take this off, so I thought I'd film it in case it falls off because it's not glued. Last night I was hoping to get this job done, but end up having a few bottles of wine, so it didn't happen. So here we are, 24 hours drying time. Let's pull this piece of wood off. And pretty sturdy. That's perfect, that is. Doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. Hopefully this will be just the job. And there we have it. A box. We'll put these in the side, these on, and I think that this might turn out quite a nice job. Very good. So here we are, Saturday afternoon. Just thought I'd grab an hour to do a bit more. So I've got one feed, and that's the main one from this chassis. Now, I haven't got any conduit on that, so I'm not too pleased about it. These two are, again, from Tow Bar Electrics, that one. And this one is for the work light on the back of the Landy. They're in nice conduit looking after the cables, and I've managed to get them into the gland, so they're nicely protected. I've also got enough slack on them. Now these two up here, from driver's side and passenger side rear lights, that's going to have to be cut back a bit because I've not really got much slack on there, although I probably could just about work with that. And this one from the rear lights, I'm not very happy with this job, so that's going to be taken off again and redone. But overall, I'm getting there. Goodbye. So, do the plastic nut there. Pull the cables back through the plastic nut. Pull it out. And then work something out with this. So there we have it, bit of persuasion. I've got the cable through. I'm going to push that rubber grommet a little bit further up because that creates the water seal. I'm going to just pull that through there a little bit more like that, somewhere about there, and then push that down a bit so that fits into the gland. That fits onto there, and there we go. I'm going to try again. Well, there we go. Chassis cable in, the two from left and right tow bar, and whatever the other one is, all ready to be connected up. Just going through the cables, and I just don't remember what one of them is. This one here, I'm not sure what that's off, so I'm going to have to go through it all. I'm going to try and get a bit of rubber sleeving off a mate of mine to go over that, and then I'm cooking my gas. Well, it's that time of the day again, Sunday morning, 9 o'clock-ish. Thought I'd better get out and do a little bit. So what we've got is, I've got all the wires now ready. I wanted to put this one in some sleeving, but I haven't got any that will fit, some plastic sleeving like this. So I've wrapped it over the top of the loom in Tesla tape just to keep it clean, really. A bit of extra protection. So now I'm going to start to connect all these cables back to each other. And as you can probably see, the box is looking quite full. So it's a good job I put the bigger box on. The only other thing I'm not too happy about is that up there, but basically the cables go through the grommet. The conduit won't go through the grommet unless I make it bigger, which I don't really want to do. So the conduit is just as a protection, but it shouldn't fill up with water because that top bit is sealed with Tesla tape. So yeah, see how we go. Goodbye. Well, here we are. It took about half an hour to connect these back together. I'll tidy it up once I know everything's alright, but I think they're all back together, so let's see. So, let's get in the old dog and turn the ignition on. See what happens. So what I'm going to do is just do it this way. How do we turn the light? So a bit of investigation. What we find is that fits on there rather terribly. That is just dog shit. And you can see that it works. So if I leave that like that a minute, I go flick my lovely switch. There we go, on, off, on, off. And the one over there also works as well. So what we're concluding is I may be sorted. So there we have it. I'm not really a fan of this light, to be honest, but it was on it when I bought it. It's not original. I was tempted to get rid of it, but it's there. So you can see we're working. This is like a period fog light as well, although it's not very good. Could get rid of that as well really, but as soon as I put the wires in, may as well be there. I think the other thing I've noticed is the light for the number plate, one of those isn't working, but the screw is immediately corroded, so we'll see. Well, that might be it for now. Over and out. Well, this concludes this little job. Gone through the cables, all seems okay, but I have got two negatives coming down the chassis which I can disconnect and don't do anything. So the other end I'm going to have to try and work out where they were, but as you can see this box is pretty full, so it's a good job. I'll put this one on. Goodbye. The poor Lucozade bottle. No longer sponsored by Lucozade. Goodbye. Just who else to me yet? Quick inspection of the brakes. Check the wheel cylinder's not leaking. It's not. Shoes are all good. Linings are stuck to the brake shoes. Springs are in position. I'm going to get a bit of brake cleaner on, put it back together. Now I know I said I was going to take the shocker off and give it a spruce up, but the answer is I can't be bothered now. So I've wiped it all down with some degreaser everywhere, and I've just got a friendly little tub of 3-in-1 oil. So I've just sprayed everywhere. One thing I haven't done is sprayed down on that bush there, but I've just gone round things, just give them a little spray, tidy them up a bit. So yeah, good fun. Goodbye.
Lovely little shank closure.
So just putting this lot back together. A little bastard in screw, done that. Now I'm just going to put this little nut and bolt through this hole here. There's the nut and the washer. Just got to find the bolt somewhere safe. And it needs to be quick because I'm surprised I've not been called in. Erin should be shouting me soon. Erin doors. So because I'm on such a Land Rover mission at the moment, I'm front wheel off, look around, see a few things that have brewed, like track rod end bushes of rubber gaiters have split. I'm not too bothered about that. And another job I never did is this mud shield here. I have got the new mud shield, so I plan to take this one off, put the new one on, but also fix this mess here. Another wiring harness thing I never put right. I don't know why. Something else must have come along. My plan is to sort that out and take this off. So what I've got is that there comes from down below where the wiring loom comes through. It comes up here. So I'm just taking this off with a voltage regulator on. See where it goes. And there we have it. Bit of a rubbish job, but done. Ta-da!
There we are. Had enough. Time for a break. Good night.